versus coming up. They got a new versus coming up. No Limit versus Cash Money.
I like that.
Who you got? Talk to me. I'll talk back.
I got No Limit. I think No Limit got way more hits for me than Cash Money. More artists. So I would have to. I'm going No Limit. I like more the No Limit stuff than the Cash Money stuff.
I grew up on Cash Money Millionaires. See you tomorrow. You know, Holly Grove, 17, Eagle Street. Yeah, I'm going Cash Money. I have a strong feeling that they're about to do some crazy shit. Like, we already know the hits, but seeing them all on stage together, I think it's about to be something. Especially if they got Manny Fresh up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the juice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that one. Heavy looking forward to that one. But on a different note, it's time to get into this Gen V.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, but the tape ain't yellow though.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Shot Review. It's your guy, the Mac with the red hat, Lucky, and the gentleman. Sometime to my right, sometime to my left, but always by my side, N.A.
Yep. And like we promised, we coming back, y'all, with the season finale of Gen V. This is season 2, episode 8. And, you know, they laid it all on the table, so to speak, on this one.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get into it for you. And this is a shot time episode, so get your shots ready, because once we finish this review, you already know what to do.
That part. So, let's get straight into it, because you already know what I want, and I know you can't wait for it. All right, so we jump back in time with Goldie back in the lab when everything was about to burn down, right? So he's about to burn to death, so he grabs the blue juice and he injects himself. Shortly after doing that, his skin starts to like boil and bubble up, and eventually he catches on fire. Title card, right? Cut to the present inside of Cypher's house, and the crew is there and they're trying to understand what happened last episode. Cypher, or Doug is his actual name, informs them that Goldie took the super soldier serum, the one that Soldier Boy and that one racist chick took. Basically, Stormfront, yeah. They took the same juice. So he has the elite version of it, which is why he didn't age. And that's what we were wondering last episode, was why didn't he look old? So, he doesn't age normally, and he's had Doug as his second puppet, and he's been his puppet since '96. Also, we find out that Marie is too powerful to be controlled by Goldie, which is why he's been trying to level her up so he can level himself up type shit. Unfortunately, due to the battle last episode, Doug is super banged up and he's coughing up blood, but Marie is too tired to heal him from healing up Goldie. So we cut to Goldie. He's overindulging on food and wine with Sister Sage, and you know that's her shit. She like to binge eat, and they're in bed, and it turns out that she planted the whole Odessa info for Starlight to find, in order for Marie to get back into the school. And for this whole season, it's been her doing. So she's clearly catching feelings for Goldie, and she asks him to move into Vought Tower with her, and that he has to be introduced to Homelander in a non-threatening way. But she's put off when she finds out that he has his own agenda. So Doug and Polarity are taking a ride, and they're talking about Andre when something lands on the car, and all of a sudden a sword pokes through Doug's chest, and a smoke bomb drops inside. The students all get, wait. Polarity crawls out the car, right? And it's Black Noir. And he just takes a selfie with him, and then eventually imprisons him. So we cut back to the girls, and they're having a little powwow, and they're trying to help Marie get over her self-hatred. Then Marie gives Kate her powers back, and the students all get a video message about Goldie resetting the power rankings and how they're all invited to attend his special power seminar. So Marie does a counter message to try to stop the students from heading over there because it's an obvious trap. Sam and Emma go and try to inform the frat bros, but Rufus hits them with the Mind Blast, and they wake up in the pledge room with dicks drawn on their faces. So Goldie holds his first class informing the ones that showed up how he's aware of how they've been using their powers, and now they have to fight to the death. And he's controlling all of them at the same time. So he's also trying to touch this button on the other side of the room. So Sage walks in. She's watching from a distance, and she ignores a phone call from Homelander. When she hears what Goldie has planned, and she gets pissed off. And so he turns them all against each other, and he gets across the room. He hits the button. Now, the more he uses his powers, the more his skin starts to revert back to its burn state, and it starts to boil up. So we cut to Jordan and Marie having a talk, and Jordan breaks up with Marie, and a CGI tear drops down. I don't know why she couldn't muster up a real one. So the crew all link up, and they try to form a plan. Sage and Goldie have a convo about what his plan is, and which is to become strong enough to control Homelander. That's his endgame. So she strongly disagrees, and he ignores her and starts making the students dance for his amusement. So Sage is not here for it. She dips. Cut to Polarity in his cell with Black Noir, who now that he can talk, he won't shut up, and he's talking about the Alien franchise, which is ironic.
No, the Area 51.
And so turns out he's being held in there by Sage. So she leaves his cell door cracked when she takes off, and he gets out. Cut to Goldie setting up for his next class when Marie pops in. She threatens to kill him, and he turns all the kids on her, so she starts throwing them hands. She's getting to it, and then she grabs the dude with the black hole in his butt. We probably mentioned it, but not really. Only because every appearance he has something or someone crawling out of his butt. But he has a black hole up there so he can manipulate and store stuff. Which works perfectly because Jordan force pushes Goldie and climbs out the dude, and they get to work. All the kids pop out of the black hole, and Emma gets big. She boots Goldie, and the Starlighters hold him down, and they steal his powers and get the kids out the room. Now Marie and the crew stay back to finish the job, but he controls her, and then he turns her on the team, bringing Annabeth's vision from the last episode to fruition. But just as she's about to kill him, Polarity bursts in and attacks him. Then Marie comes over, pops his head. Her eyes didn't even need to turn white. The squad heads towards Stan Edgar's house, but they don't know where to go. All of a sudden, Starlight pulls up and offers them to link up with her and A-Train. And that's episode 8. You dig? Shit was crazy, son. How'd you feel?
I like episode 8. And now that the episode is finished, the season is finished, and now I can look at season 1 and season 2 in its entirety and look at the story they was trying to tell. I absolutely enjoyed Gen V season 2, especially episode 8, because I think they did a real good way of the hero's journey for all of these characters. Mm-hmm. Some of them were kind of mild. Other ones were kind of loud and out there and really stood out. Like Marie's Monroe hero journey was very interesting. What the hero story that didn't really get addressed too much is Jordan's story. Jordan's story was kind of flat and kind of like just stuff they hinted out and threw out there, but nothing with her character was actually really ever resolved. I also like that, now that we see Gen V has completed with the season 2, they told the story, we kind of understand what's going on, but again, it opened up a more can of worms. Like, there's 2 different versions of the Compound V. The one that Godolkin has, Soldier Boy, and Stormfront, Homelander, and apparently Marie Monroe, and maybe Newman. They got V1, which is like a much more concentrated, better version of the V. Mm-hmm. So Thomas Godolkin's goal was to create God-tier superheroes, and it kind of conflicted with what Sister Sage is doing. Another can of worms they opened up by introducing Sister Sage. They did a perfect job of blending her the end of the boys with what she was doing and what she had planned was what's going on. So now we got Sister Sage has a plan to kind of take over and Homelander is a part of that plan. Whether it's a positive or negative part, we don't know. But we just know that at this point, Sister Sage is a very big power player, but she doesn't want to cross Homelander. And like I said, and you know, and I don't want to say I hate to say it because I like to say it, but I told you so. I told you so. I told you. I told you. So what happened was when I said that there might be a Gen V boys, and at the end of this episode, who pulls up?
Starlight.
And
A-Train.
And A-Train. And this is not the goofy A-Train with the thick ass part on the side. This is regular. I'm a regular nigga now, A-Train.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was liking A-Train coming in. I was liking the whole combination. And then I started to learn that each one of these characters got names. So the chick with the you'll know her name when the Bushmaster. That's her name. The copycat girl, I think her name is Mimic. The butthole guy name is Black Hole. But yeah, each one of these characters got names that kind of like go with their powers. So now what I did learn is that, and did you know this, is that The Boys has got another spinoff currently in development in Mexico.
I think it's called Vault Rising.
Yeah, it's going to be in Mexico, and it's going to address a lot of that mystery that we had with Godokin and these different versions of V, and how exactly did he survive when he was getting burnt up? What exactly happened? And they're going to kind of tell that story to bridge those gaps. So I think what they're going to do is a 5, 5, and 5. I think The Boys is already scheduled to end at season 5. I think Gen V is going to end at season 5 with that Vault Rising starting around season, maybe the end of season 3. You're going to have Vault Rising coming in, with Vault Rising completing the story where at the end of Vault Rising, we're going to get a resolution with what happens with the Gen V characters, what happens with the Boys characters, and whatever new characters we introduce in this Vault Rising, which has a lot to do with Thomas Godokin, Soldier Boy, Stormfront. But they said it's based in Mexico, so this is going to be really interesting. They really expanded the lore. From the source material. The source material is about here. They build it out to here, and it didn't take away from what the original writer, Garth Ennis, was trying to do. So I give it a hats off. Definitely can't wait for the shot time for this one. But if I get to my good, the bad, and the ugly, the good was everything matched up. It fit perfect with the universe, and it's, you don't even, with these, you can watch Gen V and The Boys and not tell that you're watching something different. The bad is, I think certain stories for me quite didn't progress. So I think every character in The Boys story progressed very well, but certain characters in the Gen V story didn't progress. Now, unfortunately, Chance Perdomo passed, so his character wasn't able to develop, so we had to force his father in there, the guy from the barbershop or Save the Last Dance, who I don't particularly like. But he was actually good in this. So, shouts out to him. Also, like I said, Jordan. Jordan's story to me did not progress at all. We saw the struggles with the parents and the identity, and it's always hinted at, but nothing went forward. The only thing that went forward was the relationship with him, her, and Marie. We know that they both like each other, but they can't be together. They're building some kind of maybe Jean Grey Wolverine situation. I don't know, but that to me is the bad. And the ugly is just that, well, I can't say it's ugly. I don't want to say there's no ugly. But one thing I will say before I let Lucky take over is that originally, I liked Chance Perdomo. He was the thing for me that I kept coming back for. But now that this is over, he's not there. He's not gonna materialize. I really like Emma's character. She is now that new heart and soul of the whole team, and I'm here for her.
Good shit. I was fucking geeked. I watched the episode with great anticipation to see how they pulled it off. I had a feeling that the vision was going to be more so about Marie killing everybody, which didn't happen like I thought. but it's cool too. Unfortunate that the stakes didn't really seem as high as they could have been. Somebody needed to die, like even a side character, but somebody needed to die, and it just never felt like our main crew was in any jeopardy at any time. Even when Marie turned, it was like, man, it's like there's too much plot armor on everybody for anything to really happen. Now, what I will say is I do not like these short ass seasons, and I guess that would be the bad for me. Is I don't like how short the seasons are. I feel like there's so much we could be doing, or so much story could be told with a 22 episode season, and then they could take a cool little break like they normally do. But 22 episodes is good work. That's good TV. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Granted, the episodes are a little longer, so let's say 13. That wouldn't hurt. Now the good. The fight scenes were really good in this. The choreography was good. I like the graphics. There's a nice amount of blood. Unfortunately, Doug died because I was starting to like Doug. He seemed cool. You know what I mean? The ugly. That tear that Marie dropped, if that wasn't CGI, it was just really bad acting then. Because there was no facial emoting. You know what I mean? She just sitting there with the sad face and then the Denzel tear. And it wasn't even a good one. And yeah, I didn't like it. But I'm glad that they broke up because we don't have to deal with that story anymore because that was really dragging ass.
And it didn't go anywhere. It didn't move the story.
Yeah, it was a waste.
And this is what I mean by that. Whether those two characters were together or not at all during this whole time, it would not have changed the story whatsoever.
Not in the slightest.
So it just seemed like unnecessarily put in for the shock value.
And it didn't push any character in any type of direction. It didn't make Marie more brave. It didn't make Jordan stronger. It didn't change shit. It just added a new layer of homophobic talk because that's really what it was, the trans talk. But yeah, this is a great episode. I'm thankful that y'all stuck around with us this whole time because when the boys come out, we back at it. And you know we finna do every episode and take shots with you and all the good stuff.
You gonna do the boys?
Absolutely.
All right, so
Absolutely.
What we'll do is we'll give you guys let's do a one-shot recap of each season.
Okay.
You know,
we can do that.
That way we
recap.
can get caught up for the boys.
It's a lot going on in that shit though. Yeah,
but this is the good thing. Now that we have understanding, because there were some things that they pointed out in Gen V, like what was going on during the time. Like, so when they first introduced Cypher, I think Emma mentioned that he's been around X amount of time since Stan Edgar left or some shit like that. So now we can go back and we can look at it in a better lens with certain details that we didn't have before.
Well, Cypher said he'd been under Goldie's control since like 96. He was working at Blockbuster.
Right.
And he made him kill his last puppet, you know what I mean? So, and I want to know what Sister Sage's plan is because now that she has Homelander in office and she understands she's pretty much got herself a secure pocket, she knows that she's untouchable right now. What is her end game and how does she plan on going about getting there? Because I'm assuming that her and Goldie was the plan, but he fucked that off, so now where does she go? You know what I mean? Maybe she and her and Polarity might get together, you know what I mean? Have a little 1-2. I don't really know. She's the smartest person in the universe. How do you even date her? But I'm interested to see what her plan is. Like you said, Emma's the heart and soul of this episode, of this season. She did her thing. Lizzie Broadway, congratulations, great acting. When she was hurt and sad, she actually looked hurt and sad, you know what I mean? When she was excited, and the fact that she learned how to master her power, which I don't like that they did off screen, but I do like that it happened. Because that'd be not, like, hey, I wanted her to, like, get big and then drop down, shrink real quick, and do some shit. Like, I needed to see that. Just a quick 1-2, do her thing. But that's dope that she was able to just pop out, show niggas. You know what I'm saying? But with no further ado, you know what I gotta get to. It's shot time. It's shot time in the house now. It's shot time. 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 Shot time.
So when you do that, you already know y'all need to be go getting your shots.
Yeah, that's your 5 seconds. Cause now we finna take it. Let's go. Cheers to you and cheers to y'all. Hey.
So did you know when Black Lamar had him like kind of locked up and was talking to him, he was talking about polarity movies, Area 51, Area 52, and Area 53.
Oh, I know you're talking about the Alien movies, the Alien franchise.
Nah, he was talking about polarity movies because remember each
polarity's accurate.
Yeah, well, each character in the 7, because polarity used to be a part of 7 apparently.
Yeah, they all get movies.
They all get big budget movies. Now, if you're not in the 7, you don't get big budget movies. You get those B-rated movies like
The Deep.
Pop Claw. No, The Deep had big budget movies. Because remember in the first season, those 2 kids was talking about who would win out of The Deep and the Invisible guy. Translucent. And he was like, nah, The Deep will do this. And he's like, how you gonna do that when you can't even see the motherfucker? The Deep is a part of 7. Now, he's one of the guys, like we have to compare it to Marvel DC. The Deep will probably be Ezra Miller's Flash. A whole lot of scandal, off camera, movies are trash, but it's the Flash. You got to put him in there. Or if it was the X-Men, I would say
he's definitely no Aquaman.
He would be what's her name? Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah,
she's there, but everybody hates her.
Yeah, she's just not a likable person. I liked her in Scott Pilgrim Saved the World. You ever seen that? That's a good ass video game movie, and it's got a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
We love you, Sex Bomb. Oh shit! I'm gonna watch that later.
That's gonna be on our next Should I?
Should I watch Scott Pilgrim Save the World? I did not like the cartoon that they made. Although they had the voice actors reprise their roles, I guess it was more based off the comic book than the actual movie, which I didn't like. I didn't really care for the comic, but I liked the movie though. Love the movie. Love the movie.
Well, I'm gonna watch it again because I watched it once. Don't remember it. That movie and Scott Pilgrim said, what's the other one where they're fighting over that girl? It's similar to Scott Pilgrim Saves the World. No, it's Kick-Ass.
Oh.
I get Kick-Ass and Scott Pilgrim Saves the World confused because I only saw them both once and they both got kids that are fighting. One has like mask heroes.
Scott Pilgrim Save the World, they're all adults. They're all like 22.
Yeah, I mean young adults. I guess that's the old guy looking at me, looking at everybody's kids.
Kick-Ass is high schoolers, but they're just grown ass high schoolers. Like, you know how they have like 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds play high school.
I guess that's what it was. I thought they were college.
Nah, they're all just old as
makes
fuck.
sense.
But this has been another 2-shot review. Thanks for coming through. Go watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
And hit us in the comments. Tell us what you think about Gen V Season 2, Episode 8.
Or just the whole season. You know what I mean? Did you agree with the takes? Maybe you thought the powers were shit this season. I feel like they could have showed more powers, though.
I actually thought the action was shit, but I wasn't here for the action, so I didn't even address it.
For the budget, I was low-key here for the action.
Yeah.
Not the acting.
The boys had better action in this.
Oh, yeah, of course. The boys, I feel like the boys, I guess, is more grown. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, this is teen. Remember, I was saying that the boys is more for the adults. This one is more for the college students.
Apparently, if they are going to make a season 3, they need to have views on season 2. That's the word that's going around. Like, unless they get a certain number of views, they might not consider coming back. So, if you get a chance, rewatch season 2. Fuck it.
Yeah,
throw it on in the background.
Watch season 2. Watch each episode and then see our take on it.
After you've seen episode 8, going back and rewatching it would be that much more enjoyable because now you can put the pieces together and look for shit you missed. You know what I mean? Give you a clue as to what's going to happen next season on The Boys.
Hey, and then Fallout.
That's coming
season
too.
2 coming up, man.
Oh, I got to rewatch season 1 because that shit was crazy. I like the main character. She's cute as fuck. I don't know why. She's just all bubbly and naive and shit. I like her.
I like all three of the main characters. I like the black guy Maximus.
I like the ghoul. I don't like that black guy.
I like Maximus. I like the ghoul too.
Dumbass.
The ghoul is my favorite character. Yeah. Then it's the female. Then it's Maximus. But when I say I like Maximus, because he plays the naive dumbass, and he's gonna have a
good character arc.
Yeah, good character arc, a good hero's journey
he's
to
gonna
where
go back and get that lucid booty.
He can go from a naive dude.
I ain't even mad at him.
You know what I'm saying? Into experiencing the wasteland and becoming like an actual wasteland legend. So
he's supposed to be a legend now because he killed those girls supposedly. Remember at the end of they was throwing up the signs like, oh yeah, he did this shit. He's the big man on campus.
This one is for Gen V.
All right, so yeah,
we'll get into that.
All right, well, thank y'all for coming through. Catch y'all on the next one. You know what they do. Hey. Shot time.
Two-shot review.
Shot time.
Born a competitor, form is incredible. These rappers I won't settle for, they ain't even edible. Caution, caution, but the tape ain't yellow though. This